All right, Grandpa coming at you with another one. Uh, like and subscribe, comment, interact with me. You know. So this video is about PK Subban uh, saying what he said on First Take, and he didn't mention names. Everybody pretty much knows it was probably the guy whose initials in LB go with LBJ. And basically he was saying the okay, you making this money, but they pay you the money to play, and you got to show heart. You have to show heart. uh it's this guy. It's this guy. I'm not gonna even get into it, but like he made a whole live stream about how PK Subban was tearing down ESPN and this, that, and the other. Look, ESPN. I hadn't watched ESPN like that for a good 10. I'm not even thinking about the time frame. I can remember some years back. Um, got together with one of my friends I hadn't seen in a long time. Um, it was three of us, my homeboy. We used to all hoop together, um, and one of them was from out of town. The other stayed here where I stay. And we were looking at some basketball, and he turned to ESPN, and I was like, "Hey man, nobody watches ESPN no more." So, I mean, like ESPN's impact has diminished tremendously because they don't they don't sports commentate anymore. They're more of a show than they're a real show now than a sports content. I mean, their job is to fluff up number 23 in purple and gold nowadays, and a lot of people got bent up about it. Not a lot of people. A lot of people are tired of this stuff that's ESPN has been doing for a long time. Uh, Honestly, I can trace back the downfall of the NBA with the partnership with ESPN. Um, if anybody remembers, it was commercials coming. It was commercials before ESPN took them over. Like David Stern was in a house with, I think, Tracy McGrady. It was whatever. It was like was supposed to be funny or whatever, but that was the beginning of their downfall because the most important thing happened. I mean, the most important dynamic of it is that ESPN was directly involved in the image of the NBA. And before, I want to say 2013, 2014, 2015, somewhere up in there, that that the players they highlighted are the players that they wanted to be prominent, was more kind of like brought up more. Back then, back when I first started watching them in the late '80s, I mean they used to do pieces on players that didn't get too much shine. I mean, you watch the highlights, and back then it wasn't just a dunk that was a highlight. It was this guy, hitting a jumper at a timely, at a timely point in the game they were playing, or things like that. Now times have changed. You can't glorify certain things like that used to be glorified when I was younger. I understand all that, but to get back to the point about PK Subban, yeah, he called out LeBron. He deserved it. I have refrained from making videos about LeBron because like I've heard about it. I hadn't experienced that too much. Although in real life, I mean, I've conversated with people that had LeBron James fever, and it's been interesting conversations to say the least. When I used to get my hair cut at this place, a few years back. I don't go there no more. It was just because, But the barber that used to cut my son and my hair, we used to get into it about me and him are Pittsburgh fans, so we would talk about Pittsburgh for a little bit, Pittsburgh Steelers, and then the subject of LeBron would come up, and he was a LeBron fan. He was on it, and we would go in there around about 11 o'clock. We'll come out about one close to two if the subject of LeBron came up, and then I started to go in. So I mean, I understand the whole LeBron fan dynamic, but I mean, he's getting away with some stuff that he shouldn't. I mean, you know, sitting out the All Star game. Then I was watching a video this morning about well, I watched it last night, but they didn't really say a name. But shout out to Two Raw. He was the one. He's apparently it was LeBron that was the one that was disrespecting Larry Bird when he and the Big O went into the locker room to try to pump the troops up to be more competitive in the All-Star game. And that lines up with him. I mean, he does not respect the NBA legends, past or upcoming. He thinks that he's the thing. And I mean, like, I'm going to make a video about him sometime down the line, but I mean, it is what it is. It's more things to talk about than LeBron now, because he's wrapping it up. And that's just a fact with older players. We love them. We watch their exploits, but eventually they get old, they get phased out the game. He's no different from any other athlete that's been played in the league, in NBA or NFL, in Major League Baseball. PK Subban's sport was hockey. Hockey legends go out. So, I mean, like, it's just a natural order of things. But my man doesn't like going with that. So, tell me what you think. Hit me back. Peace.